Hey everybody, Kyle Goth here from GoatFilmReviews.com and the Goat Film Reviews YouTube channel, and I've got my quick thoughts, quick reaction to the new film Foe, directed by Garth Davis. Depending on when I'm allowed to release this reaction, the film might have a distribution plan. Currently, there are no plans for the film to be released in theaters, tentatively, but it will be going to Amazon Prime at some point in the future. Now, Garth Davis directed the film Lion that came out a few years ago. I actually did not get a chance to see that film when it came out. I've owned it for years, and I haven't gotten around to watching it. So this is my first Garth Davis movie. If you don't know about the plot, it is about 40 years in the future, I believe, and it's a couple living kind of on a ruined farm that's been in the husband's family for generations. They find out that they've been selected to go to space on one of the new space colonies, but only one of them has been given this opportunity. The other one has to deal with a potential human substitute, I believe is the term they use, that is going to replace the spouse while they're gone, I guess. It's a peculiar idea for a movie. I think that it feels, the best compliment I can give to it is that it feels a little Tarkovsky-like, in that the film doesn't do a lot of like things that we would visually associate with sci-fi, but its story is very much science fiction. Its story is using technology of the future, using ideas, using all these elements that are at play in our world today and that we see coming down the pipeline, and using it to tell a human story that questions human morality, human ethics. And what's interesting is that it actually examines relationships much in the same way that a lot of AI-related films have questioned humanity. This questions it in not just a what is one person, what does it make you human, what does it make these two people, I guess what makes them their chemistry, what makes them fall in love, what makes them tick in an emotional standpoint in how they connect to other people. Less so with about the elements of connecting with oneself and having self-purpose. This is more about the relationship purpose of connecting with another. So that's really interesting. I think the performances, the main three in the film, Paul Mescal, Saoirse Ronan, and I didn't catch the third guy's name, but I saw a name near the end that said Aaron Pierre. I would imagine that was probably it, because there's not many other people in the film other than the three main characters. So I would imagine he's the third person. I really liked all three of the main characters, or main actors and the main characters in the film. Performances were really strong. There's this interesting triangle. It's not a love triangle, but a triangle of these characters and how the three of them interact through most of the narrative. I appreciated the relationship story that is at play between the husband and wife here, and the dynamic that's being utilized by Davis. Now, story is a very important element to me, and I think this is a case where the story doesn't really stand on its own in a way that I would have appreciated. I think the story kind of falls apart in some places, in some of the more logistics places of how the framing device is set up to explore this relationship. I don't think that the story aids that entirely, which is unfortunate, because I do think that had the story held up more under scrutiny, I think the relationship stuff would have really shined. I also wasn't a fan of the pacing. This is a movie that I think has a 90-minute worth of story that feels like that is 110 minutes overall. And I understand why the choice was made to reach a little bit longer and kind of slow burn it out. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it really is, because the performances are so strong, and the character moments in the writing are really strong. So it just didn't hold together enough for 110 minutes. And I say this about a lot of movies. This movie's just a little bit too long. So overall, if you're a fan of Tarkovsky's work, I think you can get a lot out of this one, because it is kind of very like lo-fi sci-fi. For me, though, I was more mixed in the film. I think it's okay. I don't denigrate anybody who liked it, but I think it was just okay for me. I didn't gravitate towards it in a way that I was kind of hoping to do so. So those are my thoughts on Foe. You go ahead and check it out when it's available in your area, either in theaters or on streaming, and let me know your thoughts down below, what you thought about the film. I'd love to share those moments with you. Thank you so much for joining me for this quick reaction, and we'll see you next time.